Black people pretend to be like white people, because you can't tell me you know how to love someone else if you can't love yourself. You know, be nice to yourself first. Yourself is somebody who resembles you. Yourself is somebody who likes you. Imagine during the night I traveled. Luckily, I got lost, by the way. I really got lost. Luckily, God showed me a place which is called Komboyo Campsite. So I spent my night at Komboyo Campsite. It was such a long story. I can even give you 1 hour or 2 hours of what happened. Africans, we really don't love one another. I'm telling you point blank. I don't need to pretend. We don't love one another, and we should work something about it. We just care about profit. Even some of the white people are complaining, I'm told, about the prices that are found here. It's really bad. So if you come here, here's my advice. Hello guys. So right now I am at a place called Shetani Lava. Shetani Lava is also a nice place that you should visit when you get to Tsavo West. When you get to Tsavo West National Park. You see, here we have a set of instructions and I want you to look at them. Here they say do not throw litter, and here they are telling us keep environment clean. I'm telling you, this place is so scenic. This place is so beautiful. Look at that. That one over there is our car. So this, apparently it is said that this place, this Shetani Lava, it was a volcanic eruption that occurred around 200 years ago. Yes, 200 years ago we had this volcano that happened at this place, and that is why we are having this kind of landscape, you know. Look at these guys. So this one is apparently a volcanic eruption that occurred here. All these are rocks. These are rocks, you know. So a volcanic eruption occurred here 500 years ago, and it's one of its kind landscape that we have in Kenya, you know. Remember that the Rift Valley has passed through Kenya. It has started in the Horn of Africa and it ends in Mozambique. It's a very long stretch. It starts in the Horn of Africa and ends in Mozambique. Now here is where we had this volcanic eruption. And another thing you have to note, that a good part of Kenya, like half of it, that has passed close to the middle longitudinally, it has passed through the middle of Kenya. And so those we have a lot of mountains, we have a lot of oceans, no, not oceans, but lakes. We have a lot of these swamps, we have so many rivers, we have valleys, we have many hills as a result of this Rift Valley happening. Yeah, now because Rift Valley was a kind of a geographical defect, not really a defect, but I think it happened on purpose. This was just one of God's way of making things happen, you know, during the creation process. So that's why we have all this. So during the Rift Valley formation, we had so many things. We have the folding, the faulting, the reverse, whatever. So many of them we learned from during high school. But let's do away with the school. Let's enjoy what's here. This place is so nice. I mean, listen to my feet. That is my feet when I step on each. Imagine this sound. Even when it rains, you don't experience mud in this place. This is marvelous, and it is called Shetani Lava. I'm telling you, it's so huge. It's so huge, guys. Another thing I didn't tell you is that once you come to this place and you pay your ticket, you pay your ticket, and what happens is the ticket expires every 24 hours. So the time when you're getting into the park, you must specialize how long you're going to take here. You know, let's say you want to spend 2 days. You tell them at the gate, this is how long I'm going to spend while I am at the gate. You see, that is how you tell them. When you are at here inside, and maybe you want to postpone your stay, you should just come ahead and go back to any nearby gate, because we have several gates that bring you to the Tsavo West, and say you want to prolong your stay. You can stay as much as you want. As long as you don't kill the wild animals, you can stay as long as you want. And I find that beautiful. I find that really good, you know. So if you want, you can come here and pay for camping. Come and pay for camping, it's cheaper. Camping is cheaper here as compared to the hotels. I think you can see this when I'm here. This one is a molten stone that is from this place. I'll be carrying a piece of this as a souvenir that I once came to this place. Now, I was telling you something about the hotels when you come here. The hotels are ridiculously expensive. There is a hotel you pay 100,000 Kenya shillings here. 100 Kenya shillings here in this place. Just imagine. And whether you are a local or whether you are a foreigner, you pay the same price. That's ridiculous, guys. A local should be given an advantage of being at home. And also, just because someone is a foreigner, don't go hard on them. It's not like you've been not eating without their presence. You've been surviving, we've been thriving. And this is the problem that I have with Africans. This is the problem that I have with Africans, I mean our leaders. The problem is we like extorting. We just like extorting. Yesterday I had this very weird experience when I came to this place. Yeah, so I was lost because I went to a place called, I showed you the video by the way, Mzima Springs. So after I left Mzima Springs, I got lost because this place is very huge. It's miles and miles and miles and miles of driving in the wilderness. So I got lost, and as I was lost, I met this Land Cruiser van, the tour van. I started to follow them. There were two of them. I followed them during the night, and the roads were very bad. If it were not for my driving skills, hey, should have been really tired. Things would have turned worse. I would have salvaged that car, my lovely car. Now what happens is I followed those trucks, or rather those Land Cruisers, to the hotel. It's called Severin. Yeah. Now I went to ask to the manager, to the receptionist. I don't know whether it was the manager or not. Guys. The manager was a black person. Let me call him the manager because he seemed like it. Even without talking, even without nothing, he looked at me, and the look he gave me, that look was not a welcoming look. It was, what are you doing here kind of look. Why are you here? What are you doing here? That was the kind of look I got from my brother. Even without knowing, am I capable or am I not capable of paying? You know? That look told me a lot. And it was not like I was just a random person. I'm home, guys. I'm home. Should be welcomed home, you know. Now, what follows is I tell them my situation, and They pretend to be listening, and I think they were trying to find an excuse for me to go away. That is what they were trying to do. They told me, okay, let me call you the manager. No, let me bring you the list of the hotels we have here. And they told me the one they were hosting, the white people, was the one which was charging 39K. There's another one for 100K. That one is true. It's called Finch. Don't go there. Another one was called Serenity. This Serenity, 39,000 Kenya shillings to sleep. 39,000 Kenya shillings is close to $300. $300, yes. Per night, $300. As an African boy, I know suffering. I have tasted suffering. I can never dare pay such amount. In just asleep at my own homeland. No, no. I'm not even sponsored. No, no. No. And then they also told me there's another one for 16,000. This 16,000, you just pay for the bed and there's no food being offered. And do you know the prices of food? Very expensive. 5,000 for a dish. Just a dish, and you need other dishes for you to call it a proper food for you to sleep on. Because you can't sleep on just any food. Your stomach will be rumbling all the whole night. You know, I saw these prices and I just saw somebody who does not care for a brother, somebody who cares for profit. You know, they are like, okay, welcome, this and that. But how they welcomed me was different. They were so nice, so kind to the whites. How they treat the whites is different with how they treat the Africans in their own home. Black people, it was a very long story. Eventually, they refused for me to get in. I told them, okay, can I sleep in my car? They told me no. I had to drive 50 kilometers to the nearest place where I could sleep in the middle of the night, in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the wilderness and the bushes. 50 kilometers of bad roads. Guys, someone might say, oh, 50 kilometers is not... Come on, I'm lost. It's the wilderness. There's darkness. And I don't know if I'll find food. I don't know if I can be harmed during my transition. Black people, we don't love one another. We really don't love one another. I normally talk about this on my channel. Black people don't like black people. Black people pretend to be like white people because you can't tell me you know how to love someone else if you can't love yourself. You know, be nice to yourself first. Yourself is somebody who resembles you. Yourself is somebody who likes you. Imagine during the night I traveled. Luckily, I got lost, by the way. I really got lost. Luckily, God showed me a place which is called Komboyo Campsite. So I spent my night at Komboyo Campsite. It was such a long story. I can even give you 1 hour or 2 hours of what happened. Africans, we really don't love one another. I'm telling you point blank. I don't need to pretend. We don't love one another and we should work something about it. We just care about profit. Even some of the white people are complaining, I'm told, about the prices that are found here. It's really bad. So if you come here, here's my advice. If you come here, don't go to the hotels. Maybe you might go to have a drink, and I recommend you go to Serena. Go to Serena is cheaper. Serena is cheaper. You know, cheaper but good, not the bad kind of cheap. Let me use the word affordable. They are affordable. Serena is affordable. Serena Lodge, Nguli Serena Lodge, very nice, very good. Just for a drink, don't sleep. If you want to sleep, I highly advise you find a camp. There's good security, there's everything. Find a camp, sleep in. But the hotels, unless you have stolen money or you do money laundering or your dad is Bill Gates, go. Yeah. So that was my bad experience. Yeah. I'm not good with narrating bad experiences that happened to me, but that's the best I can share with you. I hope you get to understand and you get to learn something from this. Yes. So let's enjoy watching this place. Guys, I don't know if you can see this.